Are you trying to get more leads and more sales opportunities for your home service business? There's a lot of times your website is what's preventing you from getting more leads, more calls, and more booked jobs. So today I'm going to share with you some tips that I use when I build websites for my clients that are very successful so that you can also copy this and you can also get more leads and more sales and more booked job opportunities. Are you ready? I'm digital marketing coach Chris Heidlebaugh. If you're new to me, I help home service companies stop guessing with their marketing. And truly, if it's a digital marketing audit, if it's something where I'm showing you what's wrong with your website, to helping you, teach you how to do your own marketing in-house or doing your marketing for you, I am here to help you succeed online. You can learn how to work with me at digitalmarketingcoach.com, okay? So today I'm going to share with you 3 tips that's going to really, I think, help you just do kind of your own audit of your website, but also kind of let you know how does the cyber psychology of how people use websites work so that you can get more leads and more sales, okay? So the first thing, please keep in mind that if somebody sees your pay-per-click ad, maybe it is, they saw you on social media, they scanned your QR code on your truck, they saw a brochure, banner, billboard, whatever, okay? If all roads lead to your website, and now they're on your website, that is sometimes the first impression they get of your business in terms of how are they going to work with you. So if your website's not mobile friendly, if your website's not very engaging, if all the titles just say quality service, but it really doesn't say what you do, if your website's all about you and not the customer, that's a whole different conversation. So I'm hoping that your website says, hey, we do this service in this city, and that's really what we're focusing on, okay? So if you land on your website and you hide your logo and your navigation and you just look at the pages and if it just says something like award-winning design, it's not going to pass, right? It needs to say something like quality landscaping services, Dallas, Texas, or something like that, okay? It needs to get to the punchline. You got to tell people quickly what it is that you do because we have 5 to 7 seconds and people are going to split, okay? Okay, so my first thing I want to tell you about with your website and your kind of tips is when I audit websites, and I've been doing this for 25 years, I've also been a contractor for 18 years, so I've been on both sides, where you're at, is most websites do not have clear call to actions, okay? So say for an example, like a free quote, or your phone number, or forms, or things like that. So many websites, they just assume that, man, I gotta tell them everything about us. Okay, we've been in business for 35 years. We've won this award, Pray to Homes, or we've done this, or we've done that, we've done this. And then they finally get to contact us at the very bottom of the website. That's not gonna work, okay? If you want more leads, more calls, more book jobs, when I land on your website, imagine this is your website, this is your screen, okay? Before I even scroll, I should see free quote, schedule a consultation, book now, and then your phone number. Okay, I can't tell you how many websites don't do this. I think so many companies are so worried that they have to prove how great they are to the people instead of just giving them an easy way. If you don't have buttons on your website asking for the lead, you're not going to get the lead. Simple as that. Okay, and so it's important to look at your buttons. Make sure I call them call to actions or CTAs. Okay, so with these buttons, you want to be like it's a special color. Okay. So think about a stop sign being red here in the United States. And honestly, I guess it could be everywhere. I'm just not well traveled, okay? Say if a stop sign is red. It's red so you can stop, okay? I like orange buttons, orange and yellow. I think even Amazon, the amount of money they've paid to try to tweak their colors of their buttons just so they could, get extra money. I think Spotify back in the day, the shade of green that they want to use and stuff like that. All these companies spend millions of dollars to find the right colors for them and their company, okay? But when it comes to call to actions, you just need something that makes them stop. I don't need to look of how do I get a hold of you? How do I get a quote? How do I get an estimate? How do I request a consultation? How do I do something, okay? So on your website, if you want more sales from your website, you have to ask for the sale. As simple as that, okay? So ditch the fuzzy, fluffy talk about how great you are and amazing this and amazing that. Customers don't care. If it's a Saturday morning, their toilet's overflowing, they don't care that you have award-winning customer service. They want to know that you're in this city, you offer this service, how do I get a hold of you, okay? So number one, make sure you have call to actions, and I'm meaning buttons that are click to tap on a cell phone. If you have a button, for an example, okay, if your button says call now and it's on a desktop, okay, and your button says call now and it's on a desktop and it doesn't say the phone number, how can I call you from a desktop? Okay. Now there's some people that have headsets and they can call and they can do different things. But when you have a button, actually just put the whole phone number out there. Okay. It could have the little icon, the phone. Don't do the backward one. Okay. For some reason, like because when some developers that are in other countries, they do everything backwards. So the phone icon's backwards. That's such a pet peeve of mine. But anyways. All right. So when you're going through here, like if the button says call now, if I'm on a desktop computer, I can't call you. So, but if you show the phone number, it can still be clickable to call. So that way on a cell phone, I can see it. But if I'm on my desktop or laptop, I can just, pull out my phone and call you. Okay. All right. So number two, I really want to, showcase that, we talk about having a button. We need to have a phone number, right? And a lot of times on websites, you can have down in the bottom or in the footer, where it floats the phone number. So that way, no matter where I'm at on the page, I might have saw something and said, you know what, man, they really do put in hot water filters and they do this type of system or that type of system. I want to go ahead and give them a call. So when you have the little icons where they can click and call, they can email you, do whatever, that's what you want, right? Your website is there to create leads and lead generation. We're not talking about blogs. If you're a blogger, great. This video is not for you, okay? I'm talking about home service companies and contractors who want more leads, more sales, more book jobs, more calls, more revenue, things like that, okay? We need to put buttons. And the thing is though, so when I land on every page, when I do an audit, most companies, they have like a phone number or something on their homepage. But when I click on a service page, usually the SEO sucks, search engine optimization, it just, nobody touched it. But if it says water heater services, Dallas, Texas, or Denver, Colorado, we provide these type of water services surrounding these places and these service areas. Here's our phone number to call. Here's our phone number, or here, here's a button to get a quote. Here's a number to call. Before I even scroll, whatever you do, think about this. Google ranks pages, not websites. Okay? Google ranks pages, not websites. Meaning, if you have a hot water heater page, you want that page to have, imagine I never went to your homepage. So on that hot water heater page, you want to put buttons so I can call you too, okay? Even your service pages have to be there, okay? And tip number three, make it as frictionless as possible. If you're asking for a zillion questions, please stop it, okay? These are one of my biggest pet peeves when I work with some contractors is they want to add the address. Now, I don't know about you, but what happens when if you need a service, are you going to put your address down so now everybody's bugging you? They're showing up at your house, they're doing this, they're doing that? No, right? So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you just ask the minimum questions. If you want the maximum amount of leads, ask the fewest questions you can. Now, are they going to be qualified? No. I'm the first one to tell you that. If you are doing landscaping and you're asking people their budgets, for one, they're not going to know what they're going to get for every dollar amount. And two, they might think, oh, if I put $100,000, magically my quote has been somewhere around $100,000, right? It's just stupid, okay? At the end of the day, you want to ask as few questions and bring the person into this, okay? I work with companies, they don't ever want to talk to a customer. They want everything to be automated, and that's great. But in the upcoming years, you're going to see more and more people, they're getting frustrated and mad at automation. And so you need to have people skills, right? Pick up the phone. Hey, you're looking for a dumpster rental? Great. Let me help you with this or that, okay? Oh, you need a garage door repair? Happy to help, okay? So add contacts, add phone numbers, every single page of your website, even your blog. I would put some sort of contact and make sure as frictionless as possible. Don't ask too many questions if you don't have to. And I'm pretty sure, and I feel positive, you're going to get more leads, more calls, and more book jobs. I'll see you for more help at digitalmarketingcoach.com.